It's week 4 of the National Football League.
And coming up, we'll see the electric Jaden Daniels.
He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Commanders and the Giants, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Two teams sitting above 500 in the early season, but only one will stay that way as we're off in week 4. Brown with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had. Victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. So did his teammates.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll try and take an option left side. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Pass play now. We've got a screen to the running back. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Bails out of the pocket quick. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He's got Bellinger. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. back to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yeah. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They put a receiver in motion right. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. New set of downs for him from the 46. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. On 1st down, they'll run. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Putting the tight end in motion. Daniels throwing on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Good opening drive to this point. They've got another 1st down at the 34. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Complete. It's McLaurin. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by Paulson Adebo. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Motioning the tight end now. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. He gets 6 on that play. And that'll... Washington first.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know, if the read isn't there, that you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
A tight end in motion now. Here's a give up the middle. He breaks a tackle. And he'll go down here at the 16. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 16. Complete out to the right. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders have a great first drive and get the game's first points. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Brown with a return here. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Motion man right is Slayton. First down, he takes the snap. Has his man, it's Tracy. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well. He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Shotgun now on third down. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. So no return on that punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Daniels back to throw. Completes this one to Kraft. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Daniels from the pistol. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Motioning left is their running back. He's on the move. And he's brought down at the line.
That's a really good job by the defense right there. Doing something I hear all the time in coaches' meetings. I want to keep that quarterback in the box. I want to put a fence around him. Don't want to let him get out and make a big play breaking the pocket.
And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first. Now Daniels to throw. He completes it in traffic. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play fake here, Daniels. He's got Watson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Commanders ball as we get back for the second, and they're thinking points. Again, Daniels to the air. The throw is caught. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders pull out in front further, 13-zip. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Brown with a return here. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 41. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Trying to get it with the option here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. The Giants are set to punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Commanders' drive is going to start from deep on their own side of the field. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Javon Holland there to make the stop. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Finds his man. It's Kraft. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Blown back, it's the handoff. He's contained at the line for no gain. Micah McFadden able to make the play. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Daniels. He's going to push one deep down the right.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Throw on 3rd down. And the Giants are too much. They take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Did this defense ever need that or what? Just a step in some kind of right direction. Hopefully now they can build on that sack and claw their way back from this pretty slow start.
Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. No return on that punt. And it'll be Giants football. Now here comes the New York offense. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. They go right back to Tracy. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. First down, and they go right back to him. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Gets this to Slayton. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
To throw it on first down. Got a man. Robinson has it. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to throw. Finds his back complete. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Play made by Deron Payne. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They send the tight end in motion. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now a 4th down staring right at him. Riley Patterson ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Mahone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Got a man. Palmer has it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On first down, here's Daniels. Dumps it off to his running back. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Bobby Okereke making that stop. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. This ball's cut by Palmer. And they bring him down around the 34.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. This one taken in by Kraft. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Commanders trying to add to their lead. And the Giants going nickel, third down coming. Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. That's the first down, and he's still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but
Previous
the
play
replay
is
official
under
wants
review.
to take another look at this on their own. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders push their lead to 18. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Brown with a return here. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds his target, Robinson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Second and 1. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. He's got him. That's Tracy. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They'll throw it again. And the Commanders get home, they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a 1st down. Here's a throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Throwing from the gun here. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Throwing for the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Xavier Howard. Well, that brings us to the midway point of this one. The Commanders enjoying a nice little lead here on the road. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. Rondale Moore, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. DeAndre Swift with a rushing touchdown there. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Jamar Chase, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Daniels on first down. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Running for the marker on second. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now Daniels off the play action. Caught by his back. Don't think he's going to get much, if any, as he heads out of bounds right near the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, it's Daniels. Completes one to Ben Sinnott. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. 16 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Daniels back to throw. Able to hit Palmer, complete. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders continue piling on to this lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Brown with a return here. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Giants headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. No place to go, so he just threw it away. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 48. Chased out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll run here on 1st down. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Another carry for him. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They're now set for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants start the 2nd half with some needed points. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Giants make it an 18-point game. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Mostert on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Daniels. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. On the move, headed right. Oh, he's going to run for it. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants' side of the field. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. To throw, Daniels completes this one to Kraft. And he's taken down at the 30. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. Out of the gun, Daniels. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Colson Adebo's got it. And the Giants get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something-something to the return.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
You can't start a fire without a spark. Well, how about a lightning bolt? What a huge gain that totally changes the tone of the drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. To throw here on 1st down. Oh no, they get him yet again. Mike Sandler still makes the play. And the Commanders are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. From the 32. Got a man. Palmer has it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Daniels now. He's got Watson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be 2nd down. Now Daniels to throw. Complete. It's McLaurin. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Daniels. That's caught for the 1st. And he's taken down at the 30. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, Daniels to the air. He gets this one to McLaurin. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion left. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. So it's 2nd down coming up. They are throwing it again. And that's a Washington touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared and, more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Brown with a return here. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 2nd and 3 now. From the 34. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down around the 34. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first. They send a tight end in motion. On first down, they'll run. And he gets this forward to the 19. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Motioning Watson left. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Putting a receiver in motion. 3rd and short, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. It's across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders continue piling it on here in the 4th. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders continue adding on to that lead. To score this as a win for the Commanders. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from New York.